Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading for the week beginning the 15th of June 2025. We have the energy around the reading is strength, which is a very wonderful card, a positive card. It's about overcoming any difficulties that you've been through. It's about connecting with your own higher self and your wisdom and what you're here for. And it's also about overcoming any health issues or injuries, and it's extremely positive. So let's have a closer look and see what else is coming up for you. So, Capricorn, you've been through so much, but now you're walking away from all of this and taking your knowledge and building something greater. You have been through huge emotional lessons personally, and you have seen the dark side of the moon, really. But they're talking about these fears not coming back, to not fear what has happened in the past, and it's time to move on. You do have wonderful opportunities coming in to use this knowledge that you have gained, and it's new beginnings to do with you stepping more and more into your own authority. And they're asking you to get everything organized in the way that you want it to be, to do with how you want your home to be, and especially around career. This is you being supported by your guides, but also supported in the physical. They're talking here about an increase in your income to do with, and you might be gathering information at the moment from many different sources. This can be seeking the advice of people who know what they're talking about, but also you're stepping more and more into the belief of your own knowledge. This is your psychic ability, your ability to intuit what is coming in. And they're saying don't fight wars within yourself that don't exist around your intuition. The tower is a lack of confidence and self esteem. So it is listening to yourself and really um, now sharing this with other people, what you know. These outcomes are so beautiful. So, this is a huge ending and new beginning to do with everything from the past leaving your life, all of this negative thoughts, anxiety. Um, the, the Ten of Swords is it's the end of a difficult period, and it's now the chance for renewal emotionally. The moon is your emotions. Um, Overcoming the Nine of Swords also, which is, intense worry or fear, and this will bring much greater peace. So you're just clearing all of this now, and stepping into this new beginning. This is the line of karma and also your subconscious. And they're saying as things come up for you to clear them. So if you've suppressed emotions, they may be coming up as they are for everyone at the moment, and you have a choice. They're asking you to choose peace, to choose the thing that will help you also is following what you're really passionate about and being in the moment. There is a passion here for travel, and I saw that in last week's reading. There was travel coming up. So this actually is really good for you, and it enables you to bring about some huge new beginning in your life. You have had to learn temperance, which is, patience, not going out on a limb, um, and knowing when to act and when not to act. You do have the gift of communication here and growing confidence to do with communication. Finances look good. Don't worry about finances. There does seem to be, this is your overall life, really, and financial stability. Of course, being an earth sign, that is important. Um, they're also talking here about opportunities. You may have been gathering a lot of knowledge through this whole period, and now there's opportunities coming in to do with helping other people and to do with your finances. The Magician is the card of you have a purpose. You're here to be of service and to help people and help the earth. And these opportunities are like golden opportunities for you. And they're not just voluntary. Of course, some of you may be doing voluntary work, but this is specifically talking about being paid for it. You may also be studying. This really isn't necessarily going to university or studying in a formal way. It could be that you are gathering knowledge. You may also be learning. This can be psychology. And of course, I was just reading some Jung this morning, actually, who, the father of psychology, and supposedly his mother was a psychic. And he did have a very strong spiritual side, and especially in the later part of his life, he spent most of his time being creative. And I think there's a resurgence within psychology and psychologists now to do with accessing more of the intuitive side, and working from the subconscious. I read for quite a few psychologists, and I know that's what they're interested in. So if you're interested in that path, there are opportunities coming up for you here. So it is about sharing wisdom. There's a lot greater joy here. This is you celebrating and having fun with people, and people who come from love. And this could be a group that you're joining or that you're part of. Sometimes this is on the internet. It's not saying that here really, but it may be. And it's also about long-term connections with people who are like family. When we have pentacles and cups together, that indicates family or being like family, or it could be talking about family coming back in from past lives. That's why we have connections with sometimes with people. We feel an unexplained closeness or understanding with someone who, when we first meet them. This is also to do with you. If you're looking for love, there could be someone coming in who is a very good match for you. They might be a little bit younger, or they're very youthful, but they also have the depth of emotion that you do too. So it is about looking at what you've been through. Yes, you've been through a lot, but seeing what you've learned and what you've gained from this. And there's some real gems that you have gained. And as time goes on, you'll realize how much you have gained from this experience that you've been through. And you're walking away from so much and into a much brighter new beginning. So that is wonderful. Self-love is the key. Looking after yourself, creativity, having fun. Look, what do you want? Treating yourself as if you're your own loved one. And what do you want for the future? So this is, again, the Hierophant is about being your own authority on earth, and it's about connecting more and more with your higher self and what you're here for, and thinking about your needs and what you want to bring in. So the Knight of Cups is planting seeds for the long-term future and clearing out all the dross, clearing out all the things that you don't want in your life. And again, the Hermit is about your own wisdom. And you may need to reorder your home in some way so that you have more time to yourself. But also, you do have true friendships. It's not like you have to isolate, but there's some sort of opportunity coming in for friendship as well. That is, it seems like a divine meeting, or someone coming in who is has similar ideas as you do, or similar goals, and you. The Two of Wands is the world is your oyster. What do you want to create? So someone who's very encouraging and doesn't really comes from a place of support. Again, we've got the Ten of Pentacles on top of the Ace of Pentacles. That is brilliant for finances and security. It's also a card for me of family. And again, we've got friends like family. That's come up twice. And it's just having everything set up. So you may have done this from an early age, or if you're young, you may be in the process of doing that now. The Ace of Swords is great victory over the difficulties that you've been through. And this is looking at the past. The Three of Wands is looking at the past, seeing where you've been happy and seeing where you haven't been happy, and moving into the things that you want to bring in that bring you joy and happiness. And the 10 of Cups is the card of what do you want, your wishes, hopes, and dreams. And this is, you're having a wish granted now. What do you really want to bring into your life? It's time for you to bring in the things that you want. And it's like the universe owes you something, or you're learning how to create. This is a huge new beginning for you. Again, I know I said there's a man who could be younger, but this is showing a man who could be older who's a very good match for you. So I don't know. I suppose this is a general reading for the collective. So some of you may be meeting someone who's older, some of you may be meeting someone who's younger. But love is indicated here. Love and family. And you need time to yourself as well. It's not about being joined at the hip. The Hierophant is that card of connection, or marriage actually, but where you can both do your own thing, grow individually and be together. Again, the Nine of Pentacles is about you. Well, this is about this man being quite financially maybe successful or stable. And again, we keep getting cards about money. The Nine of Cups is financial stability. But what is missing? What do you want in your life? Because it's 9 cups. What is the wish? What is the thing that would make you really, really happy? What can you bring in? And they're asking you to, I always say, go up into your higher self and look down on your life. Where are things flowing? Where are there blocks? Go with the flow. And eventually the blocks become unblocked, and then you can go that way, but not trying to force things to happen. This can be affirmations too, because it's communication, so speaking from or to the subconscious. You have had to be very patient, but the rewards are paying off now. New beginnings, the Sun. It's like you have luck with you now, and you'll suddenly feel that. You may suddenly, the Knight of Swords is sudden things happening, and it can be sudden opportunities coming in to achieve your success. And this is the card of the spirit guides. So it's like the sun's shining on you, your spirit guides are helping you. And yes, it might take a bit of juggling to achieve these things, but go with your intuition and follow your passion. The Two of Swords, she has a blindfold on, which means that she has to listen to her heart, listen to her gut, listen to her intuition. And there are more opportunities around her than she's aware of. So if there's something that you really love, I'd start looking at bringing that into being. They're saying to have goals and steps along the way to achieve this. And don't get overwhelmed by the big picture, by too many things. But the star is see the goal, reach that goal, see the next goal. But also it's the card of inspiration, and this is passion. So this is the way we're meant to be going. You're meant to be going. And they're saying here, things are really going in an upward direction. The Chariot is about spiraling higher each time you go through something. But it's not like you're going through things anymore. It's about overcoming the old things that have happened over the past several years. Again, travel is indicated here with these 2 cards. Yeah, the Six of Swords is short trips away, and very positive short trips away with the star. Yeah, so this, again, the Seven of Cups is about scattering your energy and thinking of too many things at once. So bring it back to now. What do you want to create now? And the Page of Pentacles is some sort of new opportunity. And you may be playing with this idea and trying to work out how you'll bring it in. But you have the ability to work very hard, Capricorn. And if you scatter your energy and just keep it in the line of thought, this is the line of thought, then you sabotage yourself. So they're asking you to have the confidence in yourself and in your abilities, your skill and knowledge, and you can bring about success. The Six of Wands is about success, and they are telling you that you have success if you just have the confidence to step into it. Of course, it does take planning and juggling. And this is over many years. So I know these are weekly readings, but they are talking about time in some ways too, to do with, in this case, it's 3 to 6 years. But what they're saying is you're holding yourself back in some way through your thoughts. Again, this one has a blindfold on, and they're saying that you have this potential, and to take the blindfold off, stop the negative thoughts, go into love and celebration, and start to bring this new opportunity in that you create, that you think about. It may be offered to you from someone else, or it might be something that you're actually creating yourself that is new and different, and only you could do it. Having said that, this is working well within organisations and institutions, and some sort of long-term opportunity that's offered to you. It may be that you feel there's a lot of competition in that area, but, really the Five of Wands is about embracing your passion and participating and pushing through challenges. So if there's a long-term goal that you want that is to do with more traditional organisations or institutions, really you have the ability to create that now, or step on that path. It could involve study, because we had study here somewhere. And this is about study to do with bringing in your dreams. These are the starseed cards, so let's see what your star family have to tell you, or messages from your star family. Oop. I don't read upside down. And these are oracle cards anyway. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. That fits here very well. And well, all along here actually. So yeah, you can create what you want, and being accountable for yourself. I find Capricorns really are very accountable for themselves usually. So it's acknowledging that. So here we have the manifestation cards. Yeah. To receive what I want, I must not push against unwanted. So when we think of what we want, often we go into the negative and, what if I don't get it? What if this happens, that happens? It's really important not to go down that path, and just to keep the vision of what you want and fill it full of positive energy, and know that you're going to achieve it. A way to do that is through, affirmations and visualizations, but also to do with clearing any negative subconscious patterns. We all have to take responsibility for ourselves. And I know we fight against that, but that's partly to do with this Temperance card. It's learning how we are multidimensional beings, and that we can create from, not from the way we're told through the media, but in quite exciting ways. Go dark. This is talking about going into the void and creating from the void. So maybe explore that. It's about going into that state of peace, tranquility, and the space between thoughts, and that is a sea of creativity. Water. Everyone's getting this at the moment. We do have Neptune has just gone into Aries, So, and Jupiter's going into, well, Jupiter's just gone into Cancer, which is a water sign. So there are some things coming up to do with water. Fluidity, shape-shifting movement. Remember to be fluid and spontaneous. And that sort of is around this, where I was saying, see where there's a flow, see where there are blocks, and go with the flow. So Capricorn, you're heading into a much, much, much more positive phase in your life. You've been through the hard stuff. So what do you want to create? Very exciting. So thank you for being here, and have a wonderful week. And I'll see you next week. God bless.